Well, hello and welcome to Ask the Doctor. My name's Jerry McGee and I'll be your host for today's show. We're here in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania at Wellness Associates with Dr. Eugene Goldberg. Dr. Goldberg, thank you very much for your time. On today's episode, we're going to cover a very interesting topic, and I think one that a lot of people are going to be able to relate to. And that has to do with this thing called acid reflux. I think there's a lot of people, for whatever reason, are dealing with it right now. So basically, to get started, what can you tell us? What is acid reflux and how can you impact it?
Basically, in my understanding, Jerry, it's contents from the stomach that are pushing up into the esophagus. So we look at it as really a structural thing, that basically it's your stomach, nothing wrong with your stomach, it's just out of position. And what's happening, the gastric juices are pushing up through the diaphragm, up into the esophagus, and they're getting a feeling that it's heartburn, which of course is a very painful thing. So what they do is they take medication for it, but that's just a palliative thing, that's just treating the effect. It's not really getting to the cause, in my opinion.
Yeah, I was under the impression that acid reflux was our body had a deficiency in Tums. I thought that was the problem.
I never heard of anybody really in the history of the world having a Tums deficiency. I don't have a Tums deficiency. I'm not popping antacids. It's $1 billion industry, Jerry.
Oh,
so
yeah.
Again, it's just treating the symptom.
Yeah, I just, you see people just going through these things like they're candy. And as we talk on all these shows, I think it's just really important that people understand if they've been dealing with this problem for a long time, maybe they're under the care of a physician and have been for years, on and off, success, but it keeps coming back, that they really owe it to themselves to give chiropractic, a shot here.
In my understanding, Jerry, if you have a structural problem, it requires a structural solution. Now, we do a very simple thing where we actually go up gently and effectively, and it's painless, and there's no side effects. We bring the stomach back into position. It's called a hiatal hernia adjustment. A lot of times the hiatal hernia is the cause of the GERD. And by adjusting the stomach, putting it back to position, the stomach is doing its job. The stomach is designed to be 6.0 acid. Okay, so if you eat meat, you need to have an acid stomach. So if you're popping Tums, you're not going to be able to digest your food. You're not going to kill the microorganisms. You're doing a disservice to your body, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm. Now, from a symptom standpoint, there might be some people that don't truly understand all the symptoms or may even be experiencing something and think it's something else. What are some of the symptoms?
I had a woman in last week. She had trouble swallowing. She felt like she couldn't catch her breath. Of course, she had burning. Okay, so if you're having shortness of breath, you're having burning, anything like that, you have trouble swallowing, sounds to me like they have GERD.
Mm-hmm. Now, a lot of the, at least from a layman's perspective, understanding a little bit about nutrition. Okay? I think one of the big things, in my opinion, would be if people would just kind of take out the crap, that they're eating.
Literally.
Okay, might make a difference.
Well, you mentioned that because that's exactly what it is. Because supposedly, if you drink a lot of coffee or cigarettes, refined carbohydrates, aspirin, believe it or not, alcohol, and the P stands for pop. So if you just follow that, you cut out the crap, that tremendously in itself will tremendously help you by your lifestyle and your diet and your nutrition.
I knew I was right about that, take out the crap. I just had a sense on that. Because the amazing thing is when you take a look at your own health and you see these people, when I was driving down here today, I see them in their cars chugging coffee. Mm-hmm. They're doing that every morning. They're drinking soda all day long just to kind of boost the engine, and then they wonder why their body isn't functioning
correctly. My understanding is, Jerry, medical science is mentioning that the worst thing you can put in your body is soda and pop, because it tremendously turns your body something like 250 times more acid than it was designed to. And then the healthy person is more alkaline, and this turns you to acid, and of course that's going to irritate really all medical conditions, not just GERD.
Yeah, I mean, my opinion is if it can eat the paint off your car, it probably shouldn't be in your body. Now, when we take a look, because this is, I think, one of those conditions, again, that we're talking about, that people aren't really considering chiropractic care for.
Because they don't know.
Right. I mean, it's a lack of knowledge. It's a lack of education by their present medical doctor who isn't willing to say, well, all these medications I'm giving you isn't really solving the problem. So I think, for our viewers, if they're under the care right now of a physician, a teamwork approach to this is going to do nothing but good things for them.
Do a conservative approach first. If we adjust your hiatal hernia, okay, and also, Jerry, another thing, we can adjust your back, the nerves in your back go into your stomach. So let's say you have a misaligned vertebrae T6, We adjust T6, that's the nerve that goes into the stomach, so there's definitely a chiropractic connection here because the nerves from your back affect that cell, that organ, that muscle, which is T6, controls the stomach. So we help the stomach by helping your back.
Yeah, I've been amazed because we've been doing these shows now for a while, and just the knowledge that I've picked up on understanding how, you know, the spinal cord and all the nerves coming out of your back. We just do not understand the importance of starting there.
It's amazing.
You know, yeah,
It's
and
amazing.
making sure you have good alignment and you're functioning right at that level, because all these other things are just the outside because, you know, that problem.
See, we believe that the body has innate intelligence. The body was designed to be healthy. If you're in pain, it's for a reason. Usually it's from a pinched nerve. We find the pinched nerve, we correct it. 99 times out of 100, Jerry, the body heals itself. So that's the good news.
Yeah. So if you're watching this video today and you've been dealing with acid reflux, or you've been told you have a hiatal hernia and you've just really never had any results with any of the treatment, we encourage you to pick up the phone, give Dr. Goldberg a call, come on down, meet the staff. I think you'll be amazed at how the atmosphere, the energy that's down here. Also, if you visit our the site at AskDrGoldberg.com, you'll see we have some new tools that are available for you. You can schedule your appointment right online. You can see some reviews of what other patients are saying about the care here. It's just a win-win for everybody. So, you know, we just encourage you, if you're dealing with these problems or any type of problem, you'd like to come down and kind of see what goes on here, we encourage you to do that. Again, I got to mention the new patient-free evaluation that you offer. I think that's priceless.
Thank you.
You know, that ought to be on one of those Visa commercials of being priceless, because, you know, when you take a look at just being able to come down here, experience what goes on here, get an evaluation, you know, get a good feeling for what's going to go on. I mean, in my opinion, your health will never be the same, you know, once you do that and see what Dr. Goldberg can do for you. So thank you very much for watching our show. We hope you find these to be very informative and educational. And if there's any questions that you have, feel free to visit our site. You can email us your questions. We'd be happy to you know, to address them on future shows. So thank you very much for watching, and have a very healthy day.